stat sheet over there. Did you see anything that jumped out at you?
Well, you know what? On the road at Florida, 3 freshmen on the mound all did their job today. So I think that's the first thing that jumps out. Second thing is we obviously scored some runs and we manufactured some runs and we had the home runs. So that's what we're talking about, trying to develop is the balance between manufacturing runs but also being able to drive it for homers. And you do that, you play the kind of defense we did tonight, and you pitch like we did, and you win a game.
Yeah, today seemed like a day where hitting some home runs was kind of in the cards with the wind blowing out a little bit. Do y'all kind of assess that and figure out game plan wise how to go based on conditions?
No, you don't change your approach based on that, because as soon as you ask 18 and 22-year-olds to play to the wind, they're going to get big uppercuts and we're going to hit a lot of fly balls that are out. So you still try to drive the ball, but when the flags are like that, I think it gives you a little more confidence that if you do drive the ball, it'll be a home run. Later in the game, the flags laid down, they hit a ball to the wall that probably would have been a home run an hour or two earlier. So it's just, you know, you're going to get rewarded if you hit it hard, but you don't necessarily change your approach.
I guess offensively, do you feel like that's the most balanced you guys have been in SEC play, at least, especially early?
I would say so. I don't know statistically, you know, hits and runs wise, how that compares, but it felt like we were having good at bats all night again, less than, you know, single-digit strikeouts again tonight. So we're making progress there, and again, we scored enough to win.
What's made Cam so successful?
You know, Cam has just worked so hard. You know, he came in as a freshman that he needed to put on weight, he needed to add some velocity. And as he got bigger and stronger, it helped his command, it helped his stuff. He throws harder, it makes his slider better. He's just really come along, and he's been rewarded for all the hard work he's put in. Bottom line, as we all know, he was unheralded, not in anybody's recruiting rankings, but he may be the best kid in that recruiting class at this point.
Take me through your vantage point on that play in the 6th on the throw home.
Yeah, great hustle play. Again, one of the things we stressed pregame is you've got to play the game as hard as possible, not 90% when you're running the bases, not 90% getting on off the field. We need to play the game hard at all times. It's always an emphasis, but just, again, we made sure the guys were hearing that, and that was just a pure hustle play. TJ went hard to try to make that catch, didn't make it, and Brady busted his butt all the way over from left field, made a great relay throw. Noah made a great relay throw, and we had the great tag at home by Barry Hill.
What did you see out of Brett today? He gave up a couple of soft hits,
yeah,
but really seemed to kind of battle.
Yeah, I don't think he had his best stuff tonight, but the guy has a huge heart, and he's a great competitor, so he got by on that. A couple balls, you know, fell in there, but at the end of the day, you feel like if he's on the mound, you have a chance to win.
You know you're throwing tomorrow yet?
Not yet, not yet. There's a couple guys that are in consideration, but we don't know that definitively yet.
Andrew Eister, not in the lineup today. Was it just kind of production? I know he's had the knee.
Yeah, just, you know, based on what we saw yesterday, he's dealing with, still he's not 100%, so just don't think that the bat's as quick as it has been. And so that was just more a, you know, if he's not 100% and playing like he can, let's just give him the day off and then get another guy in the lineup. Jonah was doing pretty well there. In the DH spot, scored 3 runs yesterday, so that was a coach decision / a little bit of an injury.
What's made Jonah successful?
You know, he struggled a little bit tonight, but he's just a scrapper. He gets on base. When he gets on base, he can make things happen. Scored 3 runs yesterday, but it's just a scrappy player that gives you good at-bats most of the time.
Quentin, kind of the same thing. What did you see out of him, especially at that hot corner?
Well, the home run was big, obviously, and he plays good defense for us at third. So, you know, generally, if he's at third and Jake is in right field, it's probably our best defense in those spots. So, if they give us enough offensively, then it's something we can consider.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like Quentin had several extra base hits in the fall. Hadn't really translated. Tonight was only his 2nd of the season in 22 games. What have you noticed out of that?
Well, again, you know, playing SEC competition for the first time in your life, there's an adjustment. And he hit the ball and had extra base hits, as you mentioned, all fall, but it hasn't translated yet this spring. So guys just need to get at bats and adjust to this competition.
Anything else, Coach?